Hello, my Sunshiny Soul family. Welcome back, subscribers. Welcome if you are new. I am Carly, and today's message is a little bit of a different one. I'm not sure if I'm going to pull any cards for you guys, but I felt it really important to talk about the energy of this year. I know we are already in February, but in my readings for the first half of February, I had briefly mentioned that January was quite a tough month for me personally. And I first of all just want to say I love you guys so much. You always leave so many comments. You're amazing at connecting down below and commenting on other people's comments. And I just love seeing that interaction. But a few of you had mentioned that you had lost a family member, or there was very serious physical challenges, or you experienced some sort of loss in January. And if that was you, or if this relates to you, I'm sending you my love. I see you, I feel you. January, one of the toughest parts for me in January was a lot of you have seen my sweet dog Aggy here on the channel. He'll pop in the videos. If you're on my client list, you got an email with our Christmas photo this year. And unfortunately, Aggy unexpectedly passed away on January 21st. And it was his second birthday, so he was very, very young. It was shocking, it was unexpected, and completely came out of left field. So it really rocked my world, as you could imagine. And it just got me to thinking, I really did a good job of honoring myself. I canceled all my clients that entire week, and I gave myself time to grieve, to process, to feel the emotions, all the emotions needed and necessary going through a type of loss like that. And I feel like that helped to kind of but allow myself to get to a place of peace. And the reason I am sharing all of this with you is, one, if you knew Aggie on the channel and you want to just say a prayer, send your love to him, that would be amazing. But more so, it ties into the overall theme of 2025, energetically speaking. This year, you may be aware, but it is a universal 9 year. For numerology. And number 9 is a really powerful number of completion, of endings, of a transition from one phase into the next. And last year was a universal 8 year, which was a very masculine energy, very a lot of action and things that we had to do and take care of. And the energy for this year as a 9 is a more feminine energy year. But in regards to loss and letting go can come in the form of death. And I have already heard of many souls transitioning this year already, and we're already at the beginning of February. And I don't say that to scare you, but I say that to bring higher awareness and understanding of the energies that we are all a part of. And the 9 universal year does bring into all of our lives different kinds of endings and different things that we will be wrapping up and culminating. Each of us are at our own place in our own journey, and this will apply to us in the way that it is supposed to for us. But I'm just going to read here. 9 represents completion, growth, and the transition from one phase to the next. That is kind of the overall energy of this year. So different things that can be ending for us. Some of us will lose loved ones, may lose loved ones this year. We may be transitioning out of a specific job and closing up a job or a career that's going to open up into a better aligned job and career. We may be letting go of certain friendships or people in our lives, and that will open up into better relationships, newer people in our life that are more in alignment with where we're at and our own growth. Many of us may be moving or closing out a chapter in a home or in a town, or where you're physically spending time and moving into somewhere that is more in alignment with you, that makes you feel better, better, that you feel more safe and grounded, or whatever that is for you. We could simply be letting go and transitioning out of beliefs or blocks within our mind and our ego that have kept us stuck. And it's like the soul is going to be speaking through much stronger this year. Oh, I don't want to say over the mind and ego, but for some of us it will. The soul, the call of the soul is going to be stronger than the mind and the ego. And that's an okay thing. We need the mind and the ego. Sometimes one has to lead and the other has to lean back a bit, but this is a year where the soul is leading. And that just brings me back to the understanding of my sweet Aggie passing away. Is from a human perspective, from my mind and my ego, I don't understand it. I get upset, I get sad, I get at times angry of how it happened. And I don't understand why he was only 2 years old. We didn't have near as much time together as I wanted. That's my mind, that's the human part of me. But when I quiet that and I let the soul speak through, I'm reminded that everything is perfect, even if there's pain. And that Aggie, as a sweet soul, had his own soul contracts and soul missions, and time in his soul journey where he would need to move on or make changes. And from a soul perspective, I understand that, and it brings me so much peace. And I'm letting this 9 energy be stronger than the mind and the ego, because it's allowing me to understand the bigger picture, and that we don't always have control. Like, the soul really guides us, and there are higher energies supporting us and helping us move through things. And oftentimes, some of the most painful things that happen to us do create some sort of a spiritual awakening or knowing or understanding, because we are guided to seek that deeper understanding outside of the limited mind and ego. I hope that makes sense for you, what I am saying. But I just wanted to read something here to you guys from, this is from a beautiful and amazing mentor who I've been following for many, probably 10 plus years now. Her name is Elizabeth Peru. You may have heard of her, but this is what the 9 universal year kind of means to her, and in her numerology guide. And I just felt it important to read this to you guys. In the 9 universal year, the feminine aspect of nature comes to the fore, where 2024, an 8 year, represented the masculine principle of right action. 225 represents the intuitive feminine principle of knowing. Throughout 2025, one will be encouraged to trust in their sense of knowing on perhaps a deeper level than ever before. In 2025, we will be collectively wrapping up and making peace with the actions that have been set in motion by humanity over the last 9 years. Indeed, the past 9 years of human endeavor have brought immense challenge and opportunity to our lives, both collectively and personally. Therefore, it's likely that some degree of sadness will arise in 2025. Sadness often serves as the gateway to greater compassion. The message is to allow the intensity of your feelings to emerge. You'll be energetically cleansing and clearing throughout 2025, preparing the way for a heightened soul clarity and a more aligned, wiser life path to unfold. 2025 is a year where way showers will rise and feel the call to invoke harmony. It's the year of the empowered soul, for we'll be receiving constant streams of higher light and higher consciousness, giving us an opening to allow our connection with the soul plane to direct our daily human actions. This is a year where your level of awareness and the higher spiritual planes truly influence your physical life, so that you are operating in an empowered and soul-driven way. it's just I just really loved that, and I hope that resonated with you and just helped you to understand a little bit more of what to expect this year. I don't want you to be afraid. You know, the cycles are natural. Letting go, healing, release, loss, all of that is a very important part of the human experience. And the more you can lean into your soul and your spiritual communities and um, people and groups that kind of understand how important that is, to honor the emotions, to honor what we're going through, with that higher perspective understanding, can be really important. So I personally see spiritual communities growing stronger, more authentic interactions. I can say for myself, since going through this loss with Aggie and the immense shedding and healing and release that I've experienced in these last two weeks, I do feel different. I feel grounded in a different way. I feel present in a different way. Um, yeah, maybe you guys notice this in my energy in some of my readings, and because you see me all the time, but I do, like, I feel very, very different. But I still plan to continue being a guide and a support for you and bringing through messages and connecting with you in a different way this year. I'm still going to be doing the readings, but I do feel called to bring through more messages like this that are just soul to soul, human to human, and more of what I go through in my personal life. I'm right there with you guys. I have my lessons, I have my challenges, but I do my best to walk my talk, and that is something I'm very proud of and that I stick very, very firm to. So with that, I just want to leave this note with how much I appreciate you guys, how much I love you, this community, in some of my darker times that not a lot of you are aware of, because I'm pretty good at, showing up strong. But your messages, your support, you being here, it means so much to me, and I really love you guys, and I really love what we have created here, and just my Sunshiny Soul family. I am just forever grateful, and I look forward to just continuing this journey with you. With Aggie in spirit, his little fluffy cuteness will be with us, just in a different form. So I'm wishing you all just a beautiful day and year ahead, and leave me a message below if you have any feedback on the 9 energy or just anything that I brought through today. I love replying to your comments and just connecting with you in that way. So that's it for now. Sending you guys a big hug and a kiss, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.